And welcome everyone to Nerd TV for an RSR Next Generation Cup Series race here at the virtual Kansas Speedway, where these best one tire RSR guys are going to be taking 135 laps around this place. And the track temp's a little bit hotter than what we saw yesterday. If you tuned into Nerd TV yesterday for the Mach 1 Performance Cup Series, 105 on the track right now in practice, 78 in the skies, which that looks fairly similar. 56% humidity, partly cloudy, and no wind compared to 13 mile an hour yesterday. So a lot more calm, but a little bit hotter day here in Kansas. And well, it's going to be a great one for here tonight. So my name is Jeremy Stanley. No cameras tonight, but I have a new partner with me. If you're tuning in only for the Tuesday stuff, Mr. Matt Keach. What's up, man?
Hey man, how's it going?
It's going pretty good over here. You're in for a treat. These guys at RSR have been kicking some ass here all season long. Since we've been covering them back in Atlanta, and you know, Kansas last night and Wednesday that we tuned into has been a great race. A lot of 2-3 wide action, middle of the race, beginning of the race, toward the end. So I think you're gonna enjoy this one tonight. And I don't know if he's got a microphone live, but Dustin Loxton, our producer, every time we go live, his name is on there. So Dustin, you got a copy?
Sure do.
How you doing over there?
Hey, ready for another outstanding race at Kansas? Like I mentioned yesterday, definitely solidly in my top 5 of favorite tracks to race and to call a race and produce a race at. And I expect nothing less from these guys here. In practice, already seen 3-wide racing, clean 3-wide racing for multiple laps on end. So I definitely think we're in for another barn burner tonight.
Yeah, last night there was a lot of guys within 2 or 3 tenths of each other inside the top 20, and that was an open setup. We're in the fixed stuff here, and it's basically the same story. You got the top 3 out of 31-0, then you have the next 5 or 6 cars that are 31-1, and then 31-2s down all the way to about 20th place here. So that being said, with the fix setup, this is going to be a pretty tight race. I'm expecting, if you guys tuned in yesterday to the Nerd TV stuff, middle of the race last night was quite crazy. There was just so much racing from first place all the way back to 20th. It did not matter where on the track. You found great coverage, and we're getting really close for the playoffs here for the RSR boys, and this is second to last race. We got Bristol next week, so that's a crapshoot of a race. So this is like your last true place to make up any points you can get here. As we're on the board here, the number 6 here, Rusty Modesty, looking at him through the final minutes, final 2 minutes rather here in this practice session. Currently running 18th on the board. Not too many guys left on the track at this time. Everybody else still feels fairly confident with their cars, it looks like. And Matt, what are you seeing out there?
I've been watching cars come off of turn 4. Everybody seems to get a little tight coming off of the corner. I've seen a couple cars hit the wall, so we'll see if they can't make the adjustments on that and stay off that wall, because you definitely don't want damage, especially you don't want it early, because that might hinder your race.
Yeah, being a fixed setup, like you can't really do too much, right? So if you get the damage, you're just kind of hindering yourself. You're very stuck, very limited on what you can and cannot do. And I'm actually looking at this number 48, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. I know Chase Elliott's got a black and gold car, I think, for this weekend at Bristol in the real world. And this car is fairly similar, but with the childhood cancer sponsor there. So I'm sure it has some meaning behind that one. But I just kind of noticed it, figured I'd shout it out. That looks like a really cool paint job with that flat black.
Yeah, that 9 machine, he looks pretty good too. But the flame kind of reminds me of an old Jeff Gordon paint. That's also a stand-up to cancer paint.
I love flames. I'm still a big fan. I know early 2000s kind of shot it down for a lot of people. I think I've said that before, but I don't mind saying it again. It's just I've always been a flame. I've always liked spikes. Dustin can contest to that, right, Dustin? Anything that was spikes, really, I'm a fan of, right?
You are, and I am the complete opposite. Yet you still try to work in any spikes you can on any paint jobs you do for me, so it's quite comical.
Oh, 100%. At least one somewhere. Then I'm satisfied. It's my little personal touch for you there. as we got 0 seconds that just hit the boards here for practice. So it is over. Ryan Bean, no surprise there, is going to win practice over one of his teammates, Harold Watkins, almost by a whole tenth. 0.009 versus a 0.078. So congrats to Ryan on yet another practice victory here. But we're going to kick it over to qualifying, which I do believe we're going to ride on board the roof camera of that number 28 Mobile One Toyota Camry here once he gets onto the racing surface. And it looks like he is going to start his lap early, rolling off. And I think, Matt, what we're going to see, just like with most other guys, is they're going to take lap 1 to get their tires warmed up and have their hot lap here on lap 2.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to get them tires up to temp. That way you get the most grip. And so gotta nail these laps here. Starting up front is going to be absolutely critical for sure.
You know, with RSR, these guys they race so hard and they race so clean at the same time. So when everyone being really fast, it's really hard to advance sometimes. Thankfully, they have the multiple grooves around this track to get the job done a little easier, but at the same token, it's a fixed setup. So later in this run, I'm expecting a lot of the guys to be in the middle to upper groove, carrying that momentum, especially through turn 2. That's where we have continued to see a lot of cars just make up so much ground on the track. 3 and 4, you can get away with running the bottom. You can paint the white line down there and be pretty competitive overall, but turn 2 is where you're going to find a lot of the cars on the upper half of the track here as he comes to the line to start lap number 2. 31.277 at the line that time, 0.2 off his practice, and he still continues to run the top lane here for lap 2.
Yeah, that top lane, he's getting the car all wound up, almost like back in the day with the restrictor plates at Daytona and Dega. You know, you just gotta get the car all wound up, get her going, get all the momentum that you can, and he's doing a great job at that.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised too he carries it through 3 and 4 because the start-finish line is only halfway, right? So, like, when you run the high side on 1 and 2, you have a chance of, like, not being able to make up that momentum back to the halfway point around the straightaway. He crossed the line at a 31.186, the only driver to have that lap time in the ones, as now we're on board the 17 of Kevin Zabladil here, and he's starting his first lap right now on the bottom.
Yeah, the 38 car, he goes P2, 31.221. Now the 23 is now P2, and another 31.201. Pretty good lap time there.
Yeah, really competitive lap times, and here comes Kevin Zabadil to complete lap 2. I guess the first lap didn't count. He must have scraped the wall, got a 0x somewhere, and was disqualified on the first one. Jumps up to P9 there with his only qualifying time at a 31.328, which we see about 6 or 7 guys right now in the 0.3 of a second bracket. As we switch over to the number 94, Steve Potter, it looks like he has completed his run there at a 31.781. Is going to put him P19 on the board at this time. And now we're switching to the number 8, Mr. Tony Ludes. He's going through 3 and 4.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised he's not running that high line, getting the momentum, but the big risk with running the top, you know, scraping the wall, ruining your lap time. Yeah, he's just trying to put in a very good lap time.
Yeah, we'll see what he does. That we saw this a lot yesterday. A lot of inside, outside, just kind of feeling out. But that was on an open setup, fixed setup. I don't know how the car feels. It looks to me in practice, a lot of these cars are more on the comfortable side, maybe a hint of tightness. I've not seen many guys get loose off the corner exit. So that tells me that the outside might be the preferred way with that more banking to help the car rotate better in the center on exit. Comes across line 31.666 for the first lap here for Tony, as he now elects to go to the top here for lap number 2.
Yeah, he's trying to get that momentum built up here on this second lap. Coming down the back straight. See if he'll run the top 2.
Taking the note maybe from Ryan Bean's lap as he get off turn number 4, clean exit here, dives it quickly to the bottom, all the way to the grass at the line, advances 0.2, 31.408, moves him up to 15th, and that's going to leave 6 cars left to qualify, as Tony is the only one at the moment on the track with under 30 seconds. So I'm going to have to assume this is going to be it, and no surprise, the 28 wins practice and is going to win the qualifying session here for the JSXL Construction 200 here at Kansas. We're just waiting for the time to tick down here. 27 cars on the grid here this evening. And just do a quick point update for you all that have tuned in so far. Ryan Bean holds an 89-point lead for the regular season here in 2023B over the second place teammate Nate Campbell in the 45. Third place, Blake Howell, 107 back. Harold Watkins, fourth place, 135 back. Brian Fine in the 57 is going to be 139 back in fifth place. James Catrone, sixth, 151 back. So you can see huge gap, obviously, between first and second, with Ryan Bean winning 5 of the 9 races to start off this season. But the guys behind them are a little more closer, but still have some decent amount of space between each other. So very comfortable spots right now for those guys in the top 5. But starting order here for tonight's JNS XL Construction 200 here at the Best One Tire RSR Next Gen Cup Series. Ryan Bean going to be P1 tonight. Harold Watkins will start in second. James Catrone will be in third. Nathan Campbell in fourth. Adam Boughton in fifth. Blake Howell in the 26th will start in 6th place. Nolan Potter in the 34 in 7th. Michael Sheffield in 8th. Kevin Zabadell in 9th. And tonight's 10th place starting car, the number 5 of Matt Hayden.
And 11th, you got Rusty Modesty. Hope I got that name right. Little rusty with the names. Let's see. 12th, we get Richard Gonzalez. And 13th, we get James Fitzmaurice. Hopefully I got that one right. 14th is Andrew Little. 15th, Tony Ludi. 16th, Justin Hendry. 17th, Brock Potter. 18th, Jerry Culver. 19th, Kevin Ruff. And 20th is Steve Potter.
21st, Alexander Hodge. 22nd, Stan Carnathan. 23rd place, Brian Fine. 24th, Stephen Rasick. 25th, Mark Thibodeau. 26th, Robert Fitzpatrick Sr. and Clint Moda rounding out tonight's field. 27th place car on the grid. As any moment, these guys are going to roll forward for one pace lap, and they're going to get this race underway. Reminder, stage break lap 50, which they can go an entire field run, I do believe, on that notion. But, you know, we'll have to see where the caution counter is. Not too many cautions so far this season here. But when you get everyone bundled up on a multi-groove racing surface, you never know what to expect. And here they are, they're going to be rolling off right now. And I guess a quick update. Brian Fine in the 57 has backed out of the session at this time, so he will not be starting. I don't know if that's going to be a permanent out for him this evening, but not looking good for that Brian Fine car.
Yeah, definitely not something that you want, especially at the beginning of the race. Didn't even get a chance. But hopefully everything's good there.
Him being in 5th place in points, he's locked into the round of 16 anyways, so I guess he can afford that expense, but nonetheless, you want track time when you can since you're so close to the playoff season. And we see on the chats here on YouTube, Sheila Geary, good evening, guys. Let's go Blake Howell, number 26. See, we got the cheerleaders already out here in the crowd tonight. Appreciate you joining in. Blake Howell starting in 6th place on the outside there in that really bright white, green, and black machine. As we got the turn 4 camera. Pace car is down. Just waiting for premature Patrick to throw that green flag to get this race underway. And here we are. Green flag is out. 28 gets a car length advantage over his teammate Harold Watkins here on the front straightaway. Quickly moves up. So the top 3 cars are going to be single file, 4th and 5th, and everybody else on back, 2 wide.
Yeah, as you said in the beginning, multi-groove racing. Everybody's spread out, trying to find their pace, find their place in line as well. They come down to back straightaway, still about 2, some 3 wide. A lot of action going on here early.
Leader Ryan Bean about a 3 car length advantage. Harold Watkins 2nd place, almost was side by side with the 45 of Nathan Campbell there. He cuts in front of the 26 Blake Howell, who's already up 2 spots, 3 wide here with James Catrone in the middle, Adam Boughton on the inside, and what a strong move there by the number 1 of Michael Sheffield, passing 2 cars on the outside. That huge momentum carried off turn number 2, and now you see the 26 Blake Howell. He's going to try to do the same thing over the 45 of Nate Campbell here at the start-finish line. It looks like almost a tie. So close at the line, but it looks like Nathan Campbell holds that spot momentarily over the 26.
Yeah, the 26, man, that car looks like a rocket ship on the top. Has definitely found something there. Now he sets his sights on the leader. Or, no, I'm sorry, for second place. As the leader has pretty much checked out already, even the 28 of Ryan Beam.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. Remember, this is a fixed setup, if I didn't tell you already there, Matt. And for this guy to jump out at 1 second, 4 laps into this thing, is super impressive to see. Now I'm curious to know, I've not seen him jump out to this big of a lead so early, so got to watch out for that tire wear. I'm curious to know how much he will fall back, as these guys now behind him are all single filed out. And most of the guys go through the bottom half of the track here on 3 and 4. And you see hardly anyone likes to run the middle group. There is some takers, but for some reason the middle lane just doesn't carry the speed like the bottom or top does. I've never understood that science behind it, but it's shown its face here early on. Through 1 and 2, though, the 45 looks like he wants his tires up on that second groove, at least the right sides. Coming off corner exit here, that number 1 of Michael Sheffield has they're showing he's got a lot of grip in that car, able to hold the bottom of corner exit and still carry the momentum all over the back bumper going through 3 and 4.
Yeah, as everybody continues to ride the bottom. Big time racing there in the back. 2, 3 wide. Everybody stretches from the apron all the way up to the wall here.
Michael Sheffield looking to pass the number 10 of Adam Boughton here in turn 1. He gets it completed, but Adam's going to carry that huge momentum once more off corner exit here. Such a strong momentum switch. Get the speed on the inside of 1, and then you just get deleted on the outside of 2 there. And there's a check up there on the bottom for the 45. It's going to allow Adam to get over the 1, and now it's door-to-door with the 45 coming to the line here. Strong move by Adam as this race for inside the top 5 continues to be strong right now. But these guys are also still 2 by 2 by 2 just around the 10th place, which we've come to know is where a decent amount of the racing is. We're going to go 3 wide here. The 68 Andrew Little almost was going to be in a sandwich, but he prevails out of that one there with Matt Hayden on the inside. Gonzalez on the top here, who he's right now one of the highest guys on the track, almost scraping that wall through 3.
Yeah, he tried taking the Kyle Larson line right there. He decided against it being so early. You don't want to damage that right side, potentially bend a toe link or something. Put you behind or even out of this race.
I know you're a big dirt guy, so you run the sprint cars here on the iRacing service. I do know that, and those cars can hit the wall, tire first into the wall, nothing breaks. You get these next gen cars up there, and they can break a toe link with the body panel hitting the car first. It's kind of impressive stuff, but kind of momentarily single filed out here just inside the top 10. A little movement going on, a little block there from the 45 to the 17 of Zabadil as he holds his ground to the inside, gets his car underneath. As looks like the 45 starting to slip back just a touch as we're looking at the top 10 area. James Catrone here in the 38 running on the inside at the moment, trying to get any momentum possible. Richard Gonzalez there on the top just continues to move, and almost 3 wide right behind them. Rusty Modesty almost got put in the middle. They go back to 2 wide. Big gaggle of cars here off of turn 4.
Yeah, I've been watching that 38 car, and he has, from the drop of the green flag, pretty much just started going backwards. He gained a couple of spots that lap, but he's been on the steady train backwards. He's lost 6 spots since the start of this race. And does everybody... Looked like the 9 caught the wall there. Everybody's tried to avoid. Everybody makes it through. No problems so far as they all come off of turn number 4.
Popping corner is going to be turn number 2. Dustin's turn. I think he's coined. I don't know if I've heard that before or not. But, oh, it looks like the 68 of Andrew Little also makes a little wall slap just before corner inches of turn number 1. I saw that white puff of smoke come from there. But notes from yesterday is I definitely did see a lot of cars hit the wall, pancaked it, and it didn't really affect their performance, which I'm kind of expecting to see that here again this evening. But Richard Gonzalez, the 9, continues to be one of the highest guys on the track right now. Has a lot of other cars. I'm watching this, Matt. There's some uncomfortability as to which line they want to run. There's a lot of shifting up, top side, low side. I know they're trying to make some moves here as we got Kevin Ruff in the 99. He's going to be 3 wide with the 85 and the 4 to So it's outside and inside. He's going to momentarily go back to 2 wide here up behind Richard Gonzalez in the 9. But I'm just seeing a lot of cars trying to figure out what line works best, as they are clearly showing it here as they're back to 3 wide here in 3.
Yeah, everybody's just trying to sort it out, trying to see where their car runs the best. Might run well 1 and 2 on the bottom, might not work on the bottom in 3 and 4. So you kind of have to search around, kind of get a feel. You know, it's still early. We're only 13 laps in. These guys are just trying to feel their cars out, trying to see, you know, what they can do later on. Or if anything, you know, with being a fixed setup, you know, you can't make any adjustments really. So, yeah, these guys are just kind of feeling it out right now. Long way to go here.
Yeah, remember stage at lap 55, and we're only on lap 14 now at the line. On the YouTube side of the chats, we got Mitchell Owen saying, "Let's go, Hodge." And then Brian Fine, the 57 car, he's out of the race, coming on the chat saying, "Good luck, guys. New system blues." And I'm not going to quote what was said in Discord the other night, but I think we know might be what the problem is there, and Dustin might have the fix for you, sir. And then jumping over to the Facebook side, I see Robert Geary saying, "Tight racing, let's go, Blake," as Blake got his cheerleaders out there, of course. And these guys start to calm it down just a little bit here, 15 laps in.
Yeah, as everybody starts to run single file, everybody starting to migrate down to the bottom. Couple takers in the middle, still get the people running the Kyle Larson line up top, but everybody is kind of sorted themselves out. It's, again, still a long way to go. You got to get to the lap, was it 50 or 55 for the stage break? So, you know, still got about 30, 40 laps left there.
Yeah, lap 50, actually. I did say 55 earlier. It is lap 50 for that stage break. And all another notation, too, the 23 Harold Watkins, who qualified in 2nd place. He fell out about 5 laps to go to a upload packet loss. So a couple guys having some hardware issues this evening here. A couple of the big names, Harold Watkins and Brian Fine. So now you're locked in at this time, but once you get into the round of 16 and round of 12, it is a different story. I think we just saw Kevin Ruff barely bump the wall off exit of turn number 4. More wall contact prior, just before entrance of turn number 1, finds the wall, but continues to going straight and putting a little pressure there on the 38 on the back straightaway.
Yeah, all that contact, or how little contact that he is making, doesn't seem to be disrupting his car at all. Oh, a little loose there underneath the 38. Coming off of turn number 4, lost a lot. I'll get himself sorted.
On the inside line, just had to check him up. In the position and a half on that exchange there. Alexander Hodge gives them. I think this is going to be a decent time, actually. We're going to go to our first picture-in-picture, our commercial break, a little earlier than normal. We'll be back after a few brief messages here. And back to full screen coverage here as we're on lap number 24 now, scheduled 135, and we're focused back on the race lead. That early advantage that Ryan Bean jumped out to over a second over the rest of the field, that has now been obliterated by the second place car, number 26, Blake Howell. He is now under 2/10 of a second from at least making a pass attempt on Ryan Bean here, coming through 3 and 4 to start lap number 25, halfway through stage number 1. And that time 2:77 behind him, so a little bit of a lap advantage. That time goes to the number 28 Ryan Bean. You see the two guys run the bottom, and the 45 right behind them going to run the high side with a great launch, going to catch up to the 26. Look at that speed difference. He was 10 plus car lengths back, and before they got to turn 3, he was all over the back bumper there. Pretty impressive stuff to see. Now it's going to switch up here, high line to the 26. 45 runs a little better there overall on the bottom half of the track, as they now on lap number 26.
Yeah, 26, and he's been running that Kyle Larson line, or almost close to it. Nobody has dared to really run it just yet. They want to push their cars a little too hard, but the 28 machine has kind of started to find his legs again a little bit as he starts to open that gap just a little bit. 10th or 2 here and there on the 26 machine as he starts to pull back away. I wonder if he used up all of his tire there, or if he started to save a little. But here comes the 26 again on the high side. He tries to bring the 45 with him.
See, this is the smart move here. When you have the progressive bank, you want to put your car where the other car is not, right? You want to get all that downforce on the nose, help that car rotate in the corner, and get overall a better lap. Ryan Bean recognized that. He's going to go to the top in 3 and 4. And every time I see Ryan Bean move up, it slows down Blake quite a bit. So now he's going to drop back another 10th this lap. It's going to bring the 45 right back into the picture to pass Blake Howell here, as these guys have about a second advantage over 4th place. A little 3-car breakaway here. But switching up the lanes, the 26 runs the top, 28 runs the bottom. And he's going to close them all back in, go to the turn 3 and 4. They both go to the top, and you're going to see the 26. Oh, no, he's going to switch the lanes a little bit, puts the air back on that nose, helps the rotation, but no carry too much speed on exit. Hits the wall quite decently. 45 Nate Campbell makes the pass, and here comes the 23 Harold Watkins, who is not anymore in contention, 13 laps down, but still the 26 is way off pace now.
Yeah, 26, man, he really knocked that wall down coming off of turn number 4. But yeah, what Ryan Bean was doing was what he did reminded me of Joey Logano and Kevin Harvick here at Kansas. I believe it was 2020, I think. All Logano had to do was just block the run, keep the air off the nose of Kevin Harvick so that he could not get that big run on him.
As he continues to slide down a little bit more there. 2 seconds now back behind that 28, that last lap by. The 45 of Nate Campbell has caught his teammate now, Ryan Bean, under 2 seconds for him, or 2/10 of a second rather. As that race kind of picks up, these guys continue to fall back a little bit more. Some decent racing here just around the top 10 area. The 68 of Andrew Little. Oh, to make some contact with the number 11 of Alexander Hodge. He says sorry on the radio real quick, but it's going to lose some momentum there. The 68 is going to fall to the 11, and the number 6 of Rusty Modesty here as they go side by side through 1 and 2. That could have been big, but thankfully these guys save it.
Yeah, big time save. They're trying to keep it off of that 11 machine. The 68, he's he looks very tight to me just by watching him. He seems to be pushing off the corners, trying to keep it off the wall. Oh, as the 17 bounces it off the wall just in front of him. He hit that car pretty square, but let's see if he's got any damage to that machine.
A little movement shift through the 17. Almost looked like he put a block on the 99 of Kevin Ruff. And the entrance of 1 going to get the momentum there off of turn number 2. 699, they're side by side. You can see that huge momentum carried by Kevin Ruff on the top. Has to check up, though, for the corner. He's going to run in the wake of the 17. Dips it just below to get the air back on the nose. And, oh, more contact there. Very light this time around as the number 6 of Rusty now drops back behind the number 4 of Brock Potter, the 99 of Kevin Ruff, going to turn 1.
And these guys, they go single file now. 99 trying to find a way around that 17. And here comes the 4. He tries to make up time on the bottom. Just can't do it, and everybody stays single file down the back.
As those guys temporarily spaced out, I'm going to now focus on this number 10 and number 1, Michael Sheffield, Adam Boughton here, all over the 26 rear end while still running side by side amongst these two guys. This is for 3rd and 4th place right now. 26, I guess he's found that speed there, having that right side of the car pancaked. Still carrying some decent run though. Right now on lap number 34. We got stage break coming up in 16 laps. Sheffield, one of the strongest cars on the track at this time here, but Adam Boughton as well. These guys that started, in between 5th and 10th place took it a little bit easier than some of these guys leading this race, and consecutively they're running some of the best lap times on the track.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been watching that 11 machine. He's definitely the big mover so far. Up 13 places as the battle continues here down the back to 26, trying to stay with the 1, trying to find a way back around him. Goes up to the high side. Can't make up the momentum. And the 10 machine still looking in the background.
Yeah, with that right side flat, and what you did is you pushed in your fender flares there on the nose, which eliminates some of the downforce that's needed to help the car rotate. And so you would think maybe getting some fenders out of the air would be better, and maybe for streamlined straight speed, but you need that corner speed, which that's what the flares are for. And he doesn't have those as much. So in the center corner, he's going to lose any extra speed that he can possibly find, and that's why in the corner, that's where he's losing all of it. 10 of Adam Boughton, he's going to try on the bottom, just cannot do it. 26 holds a great line there. Through 3 and 4 as we're on that right rear corner panel camera we kind of showed off last week from the Darlington angles that NASCAR brought us. And I think it's a great touch here because these guys get just as close to the wall as they did at Darlington.
Yeah, this camera is pretty... Oh, it looks like you might have almost scuffed the wall just a little bit. But I've been watching this battle for 10th place, and it's been a battle so far. The 6 machine got around to 17. Now the battle is for 11th, as Ruff and Potter try to go around the 17.
See a little side-by-side action here. Yep, Brock and Zabladale directly door-to-door at the line. Looks like the 17 is going to take that one there. That's battle for 11th, 12th, and 13th right now. Brock going to go down all the way to the white line, which turn 1 seems to be the slowest area on the track when you go to the very bottom. And he's going to lose everything and then some to Kevin Zabladale. Clears them by over a car length here going to turn 3. Well, they're all going to run the upper half of this corner. The 4 Brock Potter cuts it down right in front of Kevin there. Tries to get a great launch on exit. It worked out for him. You just got to watch out for that tire wear. When you're shifting from the top to the bottom mid-corner, that's causing excess heat to the tires. Could really tighten up your car. So just kind of have to pay attention to that as that run continues. But we have a temporarily a pass effort for the race lead. 45, Nate Campbell alongside Ryan Bean here through turns 3 and 4. Ryan Bean's going to carry the momentum and continue to lead every single lap so far through the first 39.
Yeah, good battle here for the lead. I think you said that these two are teammates, so let's see if these guys will play nice, not like the Hendrick Motorsports guys in real life, but these guys go single file now, 45, probably just seeing what he can do, trying to learn a little more about his teammate. The battle behind him has subsided a little with the 1 machine. He's about 3 seconds back on the leader. Tried to reel the top 2 back in. Good little side-by-side battle with the 10 and a 38 machine for 5th place. These two, they go back single file and into corner number 1.
Yeah, the 38 trying to get back up there into the top 5, having a tough time doing so, trying to pass the 10 of Adam Boughton. 38 did start 3rd. He dropped back quite a few spots to save that tire wear, but now he's making a charge late into the stage 1 here. Less than 10 laps to go before we're going to see potentially the first caution at the latest. But we're looking on board back at our 2 race leaders right now. Stealth Motorsports drivers Ryan Bean, Nathan Campbell, just within a tenth of each other. Look how high, how close he gets to the wall. That's the 45 that time through turn number 1. You see Gonzalez dip really low on the track to let the leaders go by. Extra generous with that space that he gave. As they still ride nose to tail on the top lane here through 3 and 4. A little extra space given. Ryan Bean now has a nice little 0.2 of a second comfort over his teammate here to enter lap number 43.
Yeah, at 45, I think he's just following the 28. He probably just learning his line, seeing what he's doing, see how he can beat him. And maybe, you know, he's putting that in the memory bank for later, just, you know, for a potential late race battle for the win.
Candace not playing well to the internet and to the PC hardwares here. I see James Fitzmaurice also 3 laps ago disconnected due to the same thing that Harold Watkins fell to, which was an upload packet loss. Has not joined back in, but now he scored 4 laps down. Second person involved was some type of internet connection issue, plus Brian Fine with his PC issue. It's a brand new computer. As you see the 38, oh, he scraped the wall. He's going to lose a couple of tenths of a second on the number 10. As we're looking at this 82, Stan Carnathan on the bottom here going through 1 and 2. Actually carried a great amount of speed. Surprisingly, I did not expect him to hold that momentum there, but you see the 85 late corner exit. That's Justin Hendry. Just carried probably 6 mile-an-hour speed extra, hit the back bumper of Kevin Zabladale, as now they're through 3 and 4, coming to 6 to go before we see stage caution.
Yeah, I think the 82 got that good run because the 17 might have bounced it off the wall in 1 and 2 that time, or the lap prior. As the 82 goes to the bottom, 17 back up top. I believe that is the 85 machine. He was running the middle. And we got a good gaggle of automobiles here battling for the 10th place.
Yeah, that was 85 Justin Hendry. Look at the run the 82 carries. Stan Carnathan passes the 17 before corner exit. Light puff of smoke off corner exit does not hurt him one bit. Now he gets to the outside of the 99 Kevin Ruff and passes him almost. What a crazy run off corner exit 4. That's some of the best running I've seen on exit 4 all race long. And there he goes, Stan Carnathan. I don't know where he's coming from, but out of a cannon, just past several cars. Going to move himself up to 12th place right now and still carrying another 3 to 4, maybe even 5 car lengths through the very next corner. So saving all of the virtual Goodyear tire for this final part. Oh, 17 hard to the outside wall right in front of the 8 of Tony Ludi. That's going to hurt there as we're pretty close now to that stage break.
Yeah, that 82, he's the only one so far that I really have seen run the actual Kyle Larson line. Pretty much right on that wall, using the bubble to keep him off of it. But yeah, that 17 machine, he keeps bouncing off that turn 4 wall. I wonder how much longer that car can go with him bouncing off the wall like that.
You can't do it as many times as he has. I mean, the rack and pinion is so sensitive compared to the Gen 6 who didn't have that. It breaks a lot easier. Tires come off these things a lot easier, and so you don't want to chance that at all. But I mean, he's got away with it a couple times, thankfully, at this point. But still, you want to take care of the stuff. We're not even halfway done in this event, so no need to press the issue so hard so early here. 2 laps to go at the stage, so pit road is closed. Cannot shortcut the stage any longer. 28 Ryan Bean has found a little extra speed on his teammate. Got almost 0.4 of a second over the 45 at this point. But still got some pretty close racing here to finish inside the top 5. As James Catrone almost makes the pass on Adam Boughton through 1 and 2. They go back to single file here as some of the lap cars move to the bottom to get out of the way.
Yeah, good battle here for the 4th position with the 26, the 10, and the 38. As the 26 will move up the racetrack. 10 got a fantastic run there. Gonna duck underneath him. Let's see if he can't complete it here entering NASCAR 1. Does not look like he will this time. Might carry enough momentum, but the 26 will... Oh, no, he cleared him. Wow, great move there from the 10 machine.
And seeing the battle on track presented by Butt Kicker here between these guys on the track on your screen. As the race leader, Ryan Bean, Nathan Campbell come to line to complete stage 1. Ryan Bean will get the 10 bonus points. Nate Campbell will get 9 here at the line for that battle for the top 5. Looks like it's going to be the 10, 26, 38. That's going to be 4th, 5th, and 6th place respectively. And the caution is officially out, presented by Roasted Gems Coffee, the first one of this evening at stage here. So congrats to number 28, Ryan Bean, once more. But it's our time to kick it picture-in-picture commercial break. We'll be back shortly before the drop of the green flag for stage number 2. And back to full screen coverage here. Pace car lights are out. That gives all the drivers one lap to go before we're going to start stage number 2. Let's resume on lap 56. And these guys will have 80 laps from that point forward to get anything they can out of these cars and find themselves ahead of that number 28 who has just led every single lap so far in this event. Last start, the main start, we saw him jump out to a second and a half lead really early, but he fell back to his teammate and somehow held him off. Will he lay back a little bit more to conserve some tire, or will we see an exact replica of what we saw there on stage 1? Who knows? We're about to find out. But I'm going to keep my eye on this number 1 car, Mr. Michael Sheffield. Started 8th, just moved up through the field around lap 20. He just took off on some rockets and find himself now P3. I think he has a solid chance to maybe contend with the 45. Not exactly sure about the 28 just yet. Adam Boughton also in a good spot to do something here. Inside this top 5, pace car is down. Green flag is out. Stage 2 is underway, and just like last time, the 28's going to get a nice little advantage over his teammate here. Bigger jump, really. 2 to 3 car lengths already over the 45 entering turn number 1. Michael passes the 10 of Adam Boughton. They go single file here. So the top 5 quickly going single files. The side-by-side is with the 68 and the 34 behind him.
Yeah, the 68, I don't know if he got loose, but he definitely bounced off the wall just a little bit there. But yeah, the 28, man, he got an absolute rocket of a start. He made sure everybody was sleeping, and then he just took off. Big jump on him, on his part.
And then we got 3 wide here. Stan Carnathan on the bottom, Kevin Ruff in the middle, and Blake Howell, the 26 on the top. Quickly clears the 99 and the 82 through turn 1. Kevin Ruff now clears the 82, so quickly 3 wide goes down to 1 wide as they all single file out on the backstretch going through turns number 3. And now we're seeing the 6 of Rusty Modesty trying to complete the pass over the 68 Angel Little through turn 4. That pass does get completed. Now it's Alexander Hodge's turn to try to make a pass on the 38 of James Catrone here on the top. He's going to get a great launch here through turn number 1, but turn 2 somehow James Catrone gained momentum over the 11 as he's going to resume his place there inside the top 5.
I wonder if he threw the 11 a little slide job action there. Try to get that momentum on the entry to the corner, slide up through the middle, and then try to hold him off on exit. There's a good battle here with the 26 as he goes underneath the 68, entering turn 1. Trying to hold the bottom. 68 almost hits the wall. He slows down. 4's underneath them. They make contact. They go door to door. That'll give the chance to the 99 to possibly, as he pushes the 4, and he does not take it 3 wide, which I think right now in this juncture of the race, that is a very smart move.
This is where we saw the most action last night, so I'm kind of curious to see if we replicate that here. And I thought we were going to have some more 3 wide between those 3, but when the 68 hit the wall on the top, the 4 of Brock Potter had to really check up his Toyota Camry, hit the back bumper of the 68 while trying to go to the inside to make the pass, which he does complete a quarter of the lap later there through 3 and 4. Is now Kevin, and the 99 is going to jump to the top. Blake Howell, the 26, though, one of the guys running really high up in the track, trying to get all the positions back that he's lost here recently after he hit that wall around lap 30. Gonna pass Rusty Modesty at the start-finish line this time, moves him up to 8th place. So he's still got a couple spots to gain before he gets back to at least his starting position in P6.
Yeah, good little battle here between the 4 and the 99. These two still going at it. 99 looks underneath. Z will keep it on the bottom. Was interested to see if he was going to throw a slide job, but didn't need to as he comes off corner number 4 ahead of the number 4 machine. Everybody else is single file ahead. Well, 4 swaps lanes on him. Let's see if he can't get that run underneath the 99 here.
It is so tough in 1 and 2 to carry this speed, and just gets the corner exit and has to lift. Almost makes contact with Kavanaugh on corner exit. Goes back to single file once more. And to update to your race lead, it looks like Ryan Bean has taken a slower approach to this start here, maintaining only a couple tenths of a second over his teammate, Michael Sheffield, and the number 10 of Adam Boughton. So these cars have a 4-car breakaway, over a second and a half advantage over 5th place on back. But, you know, we saw the 28 hold the 45 late in that stage 1 rather. So now he's going to keep the tires a little bit cooler, going to conserve them a little bit more. Does he have what it takes to make that breakaway late into this run?
Yeah, that's going to be the big thing. If he can hold everybody off, The car that I'm very interested to see what he does on the long run as we watch the 1 bounce off the wall in turn number 1. I'm looking at that 10 car. He's been super consistent, quiet almost. He's gotten around a couple of guys here, but he's hanging on to the leaders. And let's see, does he pull off maybe a big upset here?
Yeah, early on it looks like it's the 28 show for sure, and I think the 10 and the 1, if they can conserve their stuff enough, they're going to be in this top 5 all race long for the remainder of it anyways. Maybe even have attempt to get to second place and possibly first, but I don't know. That Stealth Motorsports team right now, 1 and 2, those 2 guys in particular are just so strong right now. We've seen some cloud coverage over the backstretch part. It gets a little darker here. It's going to cool off the track a little bit more. If we bring up the weather stats at this time, track temp 95 degrees, 10 degrees cooler than what we saw in practice, as the whole track right now is covered with cloud coverage. 77 degrees in the air, so a degree or 2 cooler on that, and still no wind essentially. So just a little bit cooler conditions overall. We see Calvin Ruff running the Kyle Larson line that time through 1 and 2. 26 almost makes a little contact there with the 34. Nolan Potter backs out of it, goes back to single file. As Sheila Guillory back on the YouTube side saying, dig deep, Blake, which he's trying to do everything he can right now to get back to where he was.
Yeah, I was watching the battle between the 82 and the 68. They had a good scrap for a couple of laps. I believed even the 68 might have hit the wall just a little bit. But now he's under attack from the 13, who looked like he got a little loose there and off of turn number 1. 17 is underneath him. Let's see if they can't sort this battle out. 17 stays low, 13 up high, trying to use that momentum to get back around. And almost contact there.
So close here on the tri-oval this time, completing lap 67, and this is the best battle on the track at this time. 68 leading this little pack. Kevin makes a great run on the bottom. Door was closed by Andrew Little. Jerry Clover right behind them has to do a little checkup, and Matt Hayden's going to look to make a pass now on the 13 on the inside in turns 3 and 4, as Justin Hendry's going to try to close in this gap just a little bit right behind them. These guys in front, though, go back single file once more as 68 shortcuts the front straightaway. Going to lose everything he gained back when he crosses back up to the top half of the track. 5 and 13 side by side once more.
Yeah, the 68 and the 17, they've kind of seemed like there's magnets between those 2 cars, because they've been running around each other for majority of this race. As we see the 17 get underneath the 68, 5 will get around the 13. And the 17 will make the pass. 68 almost had contact from behind from the 5 machine, as he has an absolute rocket of a run.
Ooh, Matt Hayden, strong impact to the outside wall just before turn number 1. That's where Andrew Little's hit that wall a couple times already. Now it's Matt Hayden's turn to do so, but does not affect his car. Still going to carry that momentum through the outside of turn 2. Looks to the bottom now of Kevin. And I'm going to do a quick shout out to our series sponsor, Best One Tire and Service, the official sponsor for the Tuesday night RSR Next Gen Cup Series. So if you're looking for a one-stop automotive repair and tire shop, Best One Tire and Service helps you get new tires, tire repairs, and auto service you need from the people you can trust. Check out where their nearest location is to you by visiting bestonetire.com today.
The battle for 3rd and 4th has really heated up, with the 38 machine getting around the 10 as he tries to bring the 11 with him. Big run coming from the 11 on the outside, pushes the 38 ahead of the 10. Now they all start to battle, trying to keep up with the 3rd place machine of Michael Sheffield. Big gaggle of cars here. This is going to be a good battle.
As you know, I'm going to notate the number 11, Alexander Hodge here. Started 21st place, and he's up here in P6 right now, contending to be inside this top 5 as they cross the line here to complete lap 72. The number 11 does make that pass with the 10 and gets himself into 5th place. As soon as he does, he finds himself in the wall the very next lap. But once again, when you're running the top half of the track, that contact isn't as strong. So it looks like his car is going to be safe once more, but just don't risk it. It's just we're at the halfway mark, or just over it rather. We still got a lot of laps to go here, so just kind of check up, lose that ground, and don't try to damage that car, because we got to race for like what, another 45 minutes or so.
Yeah, something like that. But as the laps start to wind down, you start to lose time, and you can't keep, losing time to the leader, especially with Bean being out front still. Yeah, he's been super strong. He's led every lap so far. He's pretty much won the day. The only car that's really been on the same planet as the 28 is his teammate in the 45 of Nathan Campbell.
They have drawn their lead out over 2 seconds now over the number one of Sheffield, who currently holds third place still. James Catrona fourth, 2.5 seconds back from the 28 Ryan Bean. As Blake Howell is trying to make the pass on the 11 of Alexander here, gets a great run through the center of 1 and 2, just cannot carry that corner exit speed. Has to check up and allow Alexander back in front momentarily here. 26 goes a lane higher on the 11, gets that air back on the nose, gets a decent run off corner exit here, but elects to just hang tight behind the 11 as they're going to go through 1 and 2 and see what happens here. Momentarily, they're both going to run the top. The 26 makes that quick, sharp cut to the bottom here, gets a great launch, and able to hold most of that speed here on corner exit as they go back to turn 3.
Yeah, the 26, he's still trying to get around that 11 machine. Runs the same exact line, so that took a little air off the nose of his car, but he still's got a good run. Tries to look underneath here on the apron of the tri-oval. Oh, he gets underneath in the 11 into the wall, so that's going to hurt his chances there. So he will now slip back into the 34's grasp, but a big run, though, coming onto the 26. Tries to look underneath, thinks better of it, and goes back up top. This 38 tries to aero block the 26 as he does push up the track a little, and he got close to the outside retaining wall there.
I thought Alexander was going to fall at least one spot back there. Almost had the wall glue, but was able to pull from that early enough to where it doesn't slow him down. At the same token, he really straightened out that corner exit and got a lot of speed, and that's how he was able to hold that momentum. But now here comes the 34 of Nolan Potter to the inside, at least looking at the door panel, halfway past. The 34 has the nose edge now in the center of the corner here on exit. These guys are starting to get more side by side here. Nolan Potter does not get that lap this time. The 11 is going to hold 6th place momentarily.
Yeah, good battle in front of them. The 26 machine gets underneath. I do believe that is the 38. Good battle there. 26 slides up. Same with the 34 on the 11. They almost made contact there coming down the back straightaway. The 6 machine doesn't have an idea on which way to go because he's blocked in there. Good battles. 34 gets around the 11. They almost hit the outside wall there. That was pretty close. But good battle here. But now, my question to you, Jeremy, is how much longer before these guys start throwing these slide jobs that might put them in jeopardy as they try to get these passes made?
Well, Matt, we might have actually started to see that there. It almost looked like the 34 of Nolan Potter slid up in front of the 11 of Alexander here and blocked that momentum run that he had on corner exit. Able to hold that for the entire lap here, maintains that running position at this time in P6 at the line here to complete lap 80. But I think we're going to see it a little bit more as on the 11 once more. This man is married to the outside turn 1 wall at this point, just cannot find a way to not be there. Thankfully on turn 2 he's got it figured out, but man, he is just overdriving every single time in turn number 1, and he's eventually going to be paying the price here shortly.
Yeah, especially if he hits it with that right rear. He's been lucky enough to only pancake the wall with the entire side, not just with the either corner of that car. But I think he might start to be feeling the effects just a little bit as the 6 got around him. But as we look out front, it's still the Ryan Bean show out front. He's got a 1.1 second advantage and pulling away. Wonder if the 45 has either burnt his tires or if he's back in save mode here.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. I know these guys are around about or almost 30 laps at this point into this run, and they have 53 to go. So I would imagine here in the next 10, 15 laps, right down the middle, we're going to see a lot of pit stops. 38 James Catrone hits the wall off exit there. Turn number 2, loses a touch of speed. 26 Blake Howell almost had enough time to take over that spot here, but he looks like he's going to get that outside speed corner exit. Oh no, the 26, speaking of pancaking the wall, Blake Howell once more just destroys that right side of his car. Nolan Potter, 34, quickly makes the pass, and here comes Rusty Modesty in the 6, looking to the inside. But still, I have no idea how this 26 is able to have speed like he doesn't have damage. Going down the back straightaway does not seem to be affected once more.
No, he doesn't. As the 6 will now clear him this time. 26 moves from the top to the bottom line. As the 38 does as well, as he does the little switcheroo there on the 34, gets underneath him, and he's going to bring the 6 with him. As the 26 will look behind this three-way battle. Big checkup from the 38. That'll allow the 6 to get underneath of him, and now they're 3 wide down the back straightaway.
And this is for 4th, 5th, and 6th place right now. Still 3 wide temporarily. Nope, I guess Nolan Potter's going to dip to the inside in front of the 38, James Catrone. Huge checkup by the 38. Here comes the 26, the Blake Howell. Going to go 3 wide here on the tri-oval. The 6 almost thought about that, and he does cut off the run a little bit there on Blake Howell. So they're going to go back to 2 wide here. And that 26, all that run he had on James Catrone just deleted by Rusty. And they go back single file once more on the back straightaway.
Yeah, I wonder if the 38, since he's running that top to bottom line in 3 and 4, if he's heating those tires up a little too much. He looks very tight in 1 and 2, and he's been losing a lot of ground that way.
Do a quick shout out to one of our partners once more. One of our most favorite partners at Martin Sports, the official apparel partner for the Nerditudes. Small company with a big time product, home of the sim gloves. They're the best ones that sim racing world has ever seen. They're the most breathable and durable gloves you can put on your hands for any sim racing situation. But they also don't stop there. They have full sublimation printing on everything from team uniforms to shirts and hoodies, allowing for 0 restrictions on color and also the absolute fastest turnaround in the business. So if you're looking to check out a company with some awesome apparel, look no further than martinsports906.com or martinsports.gg, either one. And then whenever you check out, use that Super Nerd promo code that we have. It's going to save you 25% off anything you purchase from Martin Sports.
Yeah, I've just been watching the action here. It looked like the 4 machine off of turn number 2. He bounced it off the wall pretty good. He lost a lot of momentum there. He falls into the grasp of the 26 car.
Yeah, he sure did there. Everyone right now, single file now on the back straightaway once more here. As I think this is going to be a good time to go to turn up the tude since they're all single filed for the most part. We're going to listen to all the sounds of these next gen cars going around Kansas here. We'll be back here in just a few laps. green flag pit stops are underneath it, or underway rather, and you see a massive hiccup there. It looks like the 99 of Kevin Ruff could not get down to speed, and his solid run is just got deleted. Probably going to move down to somewhere between 16th and 20th here. 0-3 wide coming to pit road. Hits that transition, way too much speed. Brake, over corrects it. And he's like, nope, I am coming down pit road right now. Does, well, I guess he cut the cone, so that's going to be a pit penalty regardless here. So slow pit stop entrance, and then going to be held for pit road, or at least a black flag. I'm not sure exactly how the iRacing stewards are going to handle that, but pit stops underway rather. We got the 28, Ryan Bean. He gave up the lead for the first time to the 34, Nolan Potter. So first lead change, second leader of tonight's race. It goes to the 34. We saw the 45 come down pit road, Jerry Colville in the 13. Quite a few others as well. We've seen the 4, Brock Potter on pit road at this time. So it looks like almost half the field have cycled through. We see the 10 of Adam Boughton. He's going to give up track position here to come see his virtual crew members to get those final set of tires potentially here. And yeah, it's officially here, and only one mistake so far. Hopefully we don't see any more.
Yeah, I would think that the 45, he pitted a couple laps prior to the overall race leader of Ryan Bean. I thought that he would have had a better chance to make up time with that undercut, but it appears that he hasn't been able to do that, still behind him. We got the 34 machine here on our screen. He is still our race leader as he has yet to come in. Wonder how much farther he's going to take it.
So at this point, sorry to cut you out there. I wasn't sure.
No, you're good.
Yeah, so the strategy that I would play here, which if you're not going to pit within the first 2 laps or so of the race leader coming down, you kind of have to lock yourself in on a different run. So now what I would do is I would extend this probably another 5-6 laps if you got the fuel. So get about a 10-lap separation between you and the leader. So that puts you on different strategies at that point. Because if you just come down 1 lap later or 2 laps later, you give up about a second and a half of time on the track, and then you almost have no tire to really compensate for it. So you just kind of lose overall. It's a lose-lose. So if you go 10 laps or so, and you come down pit road, your car's going to be much faster for a lot longer. And so that might be a way to compensate here. But the 28 gets his lap back the hard way. So he passed the 34 like he was sitting still on the front straightaway here. As now the Nolan Potter car 34 is on lap 98. So 2 laps away from 100 as you see Tony Ludi on pit road.
Yeah, but the big problem with that running long is that now that you could potentially fall into, you know, when he does come in pit, he's going to be losing a lot of time to the overall, which should be the overall race leader of Ryan Bean when he gets back around after everybody does pit. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there, you know. I think what he's hoping for is a caution right now.
Well, he did find himself on pit road at this time, so now the third leader, the number 30, James Catrone, stays on track. He's going to get it, but he also hit the outside wall in the middle of turn 1 and 2, had to slow up for that a little bit. So he runs the outside of 3 and 4 this time, going to stay out at least a lap more. So we're starting to see the long game here. Lap 100 officially underway. 36 laps to go here in the JS Excel Construction 200. See the 21 to 85. That's Justin Henry right there. He's coming to the stop of his crew. The 21, that was Steven Rasick there. And so we got, it looks about 7 or 8 drivers left before this field is completely cycled through.
Yeah, I think the big winner of this so far is 26 machine. He was battling there for 6th and 7th, and now when everything should cycle, he should be about 3rd or 4th, maybe 5th, somewhere around in that range. And the 6th machine, he had a great pit stop as well. He should come out 3rd after everybody.
82 Stan Carnathan, he comes down pit road, so he's going to give up 2nd place on the track for his pit stop. 6 cars left to cycle through before work completed on those pit stops. Quick shout out to one of our partners, Dusty Pete's Gifts and Collectibles, the official hobby shop for the Nerditudes. Hobby store with a whole lot more. They are based out of New York, and Dusty Pete's is your one-stop shop for many things nerdy. So if collecting is your game, then Dusty Pete's is the name. From figurines and action figures to collectible cards, such as Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, and sports cards of all sports, die-cast replicas, and a huge collection of comics. So if you're wanting to update your stuff, whether if you're new and young or you've been doing it forever and you're really old, either way, Dusty Pete's has you covered. So visit their website at dustypete's.com, and our infamous Super Nerd code is going to save you 10% off anything you purchase from dustypete's.com. See 17 here going underneath lap car 23, Harold Watkins. You see the 48 past him right there. That's Robert Fitzpatrick, Sr., who's running currently 2 laps down, 20th place. Looking at the 27, he's on pit road. That's Mark Thibodeau. He's 3 laps down. We're seeing the 33. That's James Fitzmaurice making a pit stop to his crew here. James Catrone, the 38, still continues to lead this race. 22 seconds behind him is your race leader before pit stops, the 28 of Ryan Bean. 22 this time at the line, so check that out. 6 seconds, I think, gained between those two guys in the past couple laps. Kevin Zabadil in 17, who's hit the wall a few times tonight, still on the track as well, 4.5 back from James Catrone. Andrew Little in the 68, similar boat, hitting the wall a few times. He's in 3rd place, 6.5 back. And that's the final 3 cars left before completion of all pit stops, as we are on lap 105. So 31 laps to go here in this event.
Yeah, I've been watching lap times of the cars that haven't stayed out, or that have stayed out so far. And the leader, he's been running 33s compared to Ryan Bean in a 31.5s. So he's losing almost 2 seconds a lap. So I thought the long game was not the right idea, and it might not come true here with time quickly fading.
Yeah, I mean, you got the 30 laps to go, right? And you can go about 40, or you can go 50 laps on a fuel run. So now I think this is too deep into the run. A little is fine, but this amount of laps here, whenever the 38 comes down pit road, he's going to find himself almost a lap down at this point. And so, and he's going to have a rocket ship to get around some of these guys to get his lap back and whatnot, but is there enough time? That's the question, and I never know what to do here. I always try to rely on my teammates when I'm racing with them to give me that information, but I think this is just a little too deep. I think I have to agree with you on that. We need to see the 38, 17, 68. Those guys need to come down pit road this time. Ryan Bean gains another 3 seconds over these front 3 guys at this time here. Just under 30 laps to go. So there's just a crazy amount of time lost for not a lot of time back. Oh, we got a heavy contact wreck. The 99 Kevin Ruff, the 23 lap car Harold Watkins almost spins on the front straightaway. You do not want to see a lap car involved with a wreck from one of the lead cars, and you just saw that. That is tough to see. Kevin Ruff, though, doesn't look like he's badly injured, but he definitely lost a few spots.
I think he's slightly injured. That right front does look pretty bent up. He definitely hit pretty hard there. Yeah, the last thing that these guys want to be seeing is a caution, at least the ones that have already pitted. The guys that are up front that haven't pitted yet, they are screaming for a caution, because they not only do they want tires, they need tires, because they're still losing about 2 seconds a lap to Ryan Bean and his teammate. Yeah, that long game I don't think is going to work unless a caution comes out, because then they might have a chance, because everybody might come back down for another set of tires here. But let's see how this strategy will play out.
Yeah, 100% there is, I think we're zooming up to the spot of the moment of contact, and here we are. A little extended Nerd TV replay. The VHS fast forward moment here. 23 gets a little loose, or at least tries to go to the top there, and just not enough room. The Tony Ludi 8 car, the 99 Kevin Ruff, 23 Harold Watkins, just kind of all came together on the upper half of turn 4. You saw the fender get loose momentarily on the 99. And he's still holding great speed. I'm watching him right now. He just went 3 wide with Justin Hendry and the 13 of Jerry Culver. Clears both of them through the center lane. So somehow He's got the downforce still in that car to make some passes and some moves. But he's right now your first car, 1 lap down, P16. He's racing that 85 to maintain that position. So right now, this 85 of 99 is the second most important position on the track at this time.
Yeah, good little battle here with the 85 and the 17. They go back and forth as the 99 tries to hold on with that damaged right front. Let's see how long he can go. Hopefully he doesn't lose much ground there. And the 99, he is the first car 1 lap down. Oh no, I'm sorry, the 85 appears to be 1 lap down as well. But the 17, he is just bleeding time to the cars that are trying to chase them all down, as Ryan Bean is only 7.5 seconds back. He's still running about 2 seconds a lap quicker than your race leader of the 38 machine.
Yeah, so the 38, 17, 68, as the race leader just hits the wall once more off turn number 4, causing a little more puff of smoke, which we've seen at this time to not cause any damage whatsoever to the speed, anyways, of these race cars. But now they're just sticking it out. Oh, slide job, did not mean to do it. He see him pounds the outside wall at turn 1 once more. So this car has lost all grip from James Cadrone. It's just he's waiting for Ryan Bean to pass him now before he's going to come down pit road. He says caution or nothing. So right now he's just going to hold tight for another 2 or 3 laps. Once that 28 just zip by him like he's Flash, then you might see him come down pit road soon after that. I'm surprised he's actually able, Matt, to carry this much fuel into this car. He's 60 laps, I think, at this point on this fuel run.
Yeah, he's definitely being Scott Dixon of IndyCar fuel save right now. That man can somehow just make fuel in his IndyCar. But yeah, it's been a long run. I'm surprised he's even gone this far. He's still losing, about 2.5 seconds a lap to Ryan Bean, who's only 4 seconds behind him. But I think the 99, when he got to the leader, I think he was a little frustrated with what happened, so he made a little contact there. Not intentional, I'm sure, but definitely not how the 99 thought his race would go.
Now that contact with the 23 there, and they have passed the leader. So at this point, right, Steven Rasick in the 21 holds the top lucky dog spot here. His last lap, Kevin Zabladil in the 17 made the third lead change amongst 4 drivers now. But here's that Ryan Bean, number 28, with no pressure behind him. He's got an astounding 7-second lead over the next car behind him, that being his teammate Nathan Campbell. So quickly past 68, 38, and then here on 3 and 4, he's going to eat up the 17 for lunch. Going to put them all back behind in 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Let's watch the pit road here. They got to be pitting here shortly. They elect not to this time around. Kevin Zabladil, I think, is going to lead 1 more lap. That's his final lap led here this evening as 28 Ryan Bean. Inside door, fender, clear. 28 new leader.
Yeah, the rocket ship of the 28 is back out in front and will reassert his dominance. As we gotta wait for the 17 and the 68 and 38 to come pit. They gotta pit sometime soon. We just gotta make sure that they don't cause a big wreck here when they try to dive in. Oh, here comes 38 now. He said that he has had enough as he brings it down. Locks it up a little bit, but he'll get onto pit road uneventful.
38 had enough 20 laps to go. He's just playing out the end of his strategy there. That's got to feel like a heart-sinking moment where you know your car is so much slower against the guy who's so much faster, and you got to hold on to that strategy for 20-plus laps. Great job sticking it out to the script, though. Comes down pit road, and he's going to have under 20 laps to go. I think it's going to be 17 when he gets back onto the track to do anything he can to gain back those positions. Because remember, he was running inside the top 5 for the most part of this race. So the fact that he's going to come off a pit road, probably 15th, 16th, somewhere in that ballpark, he's got a lot of spots to make up in just a really short amount of time. And here's the final 2 cars, 17, 68 down pit road. That's our final stops here this evening.
Those cars were able to do 83 laps on a tank of fuel. That's absolutely insane because they pitted on lap 52. Figure a couple laps of caution. You know, it's a 2-to-1 ratio under yellow to green on the fuel wise. But that is insane. Everybody else is pitted lap, you know, around 91, 92, somewhere around in that range. But it's insane to think that these guys went roughly 83 laps on a single tank of fuel.
And getting everything out of their cars where they can, but all good things for them came to an end. And Nathan Campbell has actually made up a little ground over Ryan Bean. Right now holds a 6 second difference. So he's gained, I think, basically a second to his teammate there, but still 6 seconds back is a tall glass to drink when you have 15 laps to go in this race. That's just clearly not enough time. But this number 6, Rusty Modesty, I don't know what kind of strategy he found. He was not a top 5 contender. And look at him now, comfortably in 3rd place, podium position, holds a 2.5 second advantage over the 26 here in 4th place, who's in some traffic with the 34 of Nolan Potter and the lap down car 27, Mark Thibodeau. So I don't think Blake and the number 1 of Michael Sheffield are going to be able to catch this 6 car. So great job by Rusty to keep it on the track right now in 3rd place, playing strategy to his favor.
Yeah, strategy definitely worked for him there. He pitted on the same lap as Ryan Bean, roughly the same thing, pit time there. So that's a great stop for his team. We look for the battle here for 4th. Nolan Potter, as we saw, got around him, the 26. Then we get the, let's see, what is that? That is the 33 machine. He's a lap down, trying to make his time back up here. The 1 behind him, so everybody's running single file, minding their P's and Q's, which with 13 to go, something that you didn't think that you would be saying.
Yeah, no kidding there. Is Ryan is now extended to a 6.5 over his teammate, so now he's on the uppity up, making more time than his teammate right behind him there. And second, Rusty dropped back a little bit, still though 2.5 over 4th place, which is the only thing that matters to him. Most of this field has spaced out. If we kick over to our iRacing iFlag track map, we're going to see exactly where everyone's at on the track here. And lots of different sections of cars. You got a big group in 1 and 2 right now, big group in 3 and 4. There's some gaps along the way, but it is fully covered with lap cars and then some. Very typical of Kansas on the long run side, but on a fixed setup, I expected a little bit closer pack, but what you seeing over there?
Yeah, I'm just watching this 38 machine try to come through the field, and everybody is running everywhere. That 38, he is coming like a rocket through guys that are on older tires. Guys bouncing off the wall, and it's a straight up dogfight now between the 38 and the 17. Saw a good block down the back straightaway. This is turning into a good battle here.
Yeah, him and 17, Kevin Zabodil, just trying everything they can. They're more than a lap down for sure. And to give up, 5th, 6th, 7th place, wherever they were running, to see them a lap down here with 10 laps to go and to me, that's a heartbreak for the 38 and the 17 camp. Doing all they could the first half of the race to just have nothing to show for it late in the going here. 10 laps to go. I want to give a shout out to our personal section of the Nerditudes, swag.nerditudes.gg, where we have exclusive Martin Sports gloves and jerseys on our site. And then we also have our new Shirtitudes lineup, which are some fun nerdy style t-shirts to wear. 3 designs currently up live and more to come here shortly. And then also we have a couple other collector's items like some water bottles, cups, mouse pads. I think we got a few more items along the way. So if you want to help support the nerds in any shape or form, other than following us on our social medias, head over to swag.nerditudes.gg, pick up something from our store, and that little super nerd promo code that you always see from us is going to save you 25% off anything you purchase from swag.nerditudes.gg.
And 68, he's coming back up through the field here with them. Roughly 30 lap newer tires. He just walks right past the 26. Same with the 33. But nothing's changed out front. It's now 7.3 seconds for your race leader, Ryan Bean, over his teammate, Nathan Campbell.
Completely insane. This guy has won the last 4 of the 5 races, I do believe, and he is on his way to pick up win number 6 of 10 races in the 2023 piece. He's just
Well,
absolutely insane there from
hey,
this 28 car.
race ain't over yet. Don't count your chickens just yet. Anything can happen with 6 laps to go.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I should reserve a little bit more, but I've just seen countless times this guy just putting on a clinic right now and just doing so once more here at the virtual Kansas Speedway as he's coming to the line. 5 laps to go this time in this event. And I'm going to quickly mention our weekly broadcast schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all at the same exact time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central. Monday, Mach 1 Performance Cup Series. Tuesday, you're going to catch us here at the RSR Next Gen Cup Series presented by Best One and Tire. And then every Wednesday, back over to FTSR for the Martin Sports Truck Series, which makes it easy for you guys that are tuning into our product because it's the same exact time. So just put that on your calendar. If you want to, at least pop in for a temporary view, that would be cool. Maybe a share, maybe a comment. We'd love to shout out the comments when we do see them come across the platforms. But under 5 laps to go now, and yeah, nothing has changed as you said earlier. Rusty still holds a 3-second lead now over 4. Oh, here we go.
And that's what Ryan Bean did not want to see, but like I said, it's never over till it's over.
This is
Wow.
Yeah, on the Nerd TV replay, we're seeing the 13 Jerry Culver involved in this one. Hopefully, my 3 sons is not watching that one. There is a really fast 17, just comes through, gets to the outside, but then Jerry Culver cuts across and spins the third, or he spins himself out there on the 17's nose.
Yeah,
I don't know. You caused the broadcast curse on that one. That's your first time doing so, so congratulations on unlocking that achievement. But man, what a weird situation there to cut across a guy that's over 2 seconds faster than you.
yeah. I wonder if he thought that he was clear and just came up on it, but hey, I didn't cause a curse there. I was just merely stating, that it ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, that's causing a curse there.
Hey, I guess I'll wear the hat on that one. But yeah, that was just a weird incident there with the 13 and the 17. I gotta maybe see a couple more angles, but I thought he thought he might have been clear and just tried to move up, or he was blocking and it did not work for him.
That was the first natural caution. The only other caution was stage break. And that was 80 laps ago as we're continuing to see another view of that wreck there, 13 come across Kevin Zabladil's nose in the 17, which I don't know. These guys so far that have been slower have been given so much room to the faster guys. I know the 17 is 1 lap down, so when you're watching your F2, or F3 rather, your relative, you're like, okay, he's a lap down. I don't need to worry about the guy. But at the same token, he's so much faster and just, I don't know. You see the crossover move there, and
Oh,
actually, you know what? That was a little more peculiar there. It looks like maybe the 17 just didn't give enough room, but at the same token, he didn't have much room to begin with. So,
yeah,
I
it
don't
looked
know. I
like,
might have to backtrack my comment a little bit.
yeah, I think 13. I think he was trying to block the big run from the 17, which I don't know why he would block, considering the 17 was only a lap down. But hey, stranger things have happened here, so.
I noticed too is pit road was not busy. Didn't see many takers. I know it's only a green-white checker, so you can't give up the lap time. But I expect at least somebody else to come down pit road. I saw the 68 of Andrew Little. He did make the dip down pit road. The 17 of Kevin Zabaldell, he did, but he was part of that wreck, so he has to go to the tail end of the longest line either way. So a couple guys down pit road. You see the 99 of Kevin Ruff. I think he's getting some extra service done to that car from that right fender damage with the 23 Harold Watkins. But only a couple takers here on this green white checker scenario. This is I don't expect the top two to change spots there, Matt. Six of Rusty Modesty, the 34 Nolan Potter, 26 Blake Howell. That's my that's my wild card. I don't know how that's going to look here on this final restart or potentially final restart.
Yeah, we're gonna be in store for a big battle here for, I believe, third.
Yeah, this will
Uh,
be our first official green white checker. The guys at RSR only run two, so we have the potential of one more start after this one here.
but yeah, only 14 cars on the lead lap. I figured at least somebody would have tried something there. You know, because that way you can put the 28 and 45 on the back foot, being almost 40 lap newer tires. You could have easily walked right around them. So missed opportunity for the field to try to beat the 28, but hey, we're ready for a good battle here for the end. And
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to give up a position, but at the same token, you're locked into the round of 16 if you're, the 45 to 34, 26. You could just come down pit road and say Hail Mary, do the Denny Hamlin at Martinsville a few years ago, and just try to pass a bunch of cars in a couple laps, which I don't see that with the speed that we're seeing from the front runners, but at the same token, you never know. Your tires are cooled off and they're worn out. So it's going to be really tricky to get the power down to the rear tires on the start because you're on a banked corner there in the tri-oval. But then it's going to be really cold, right? So you're going to have a hard time gripping turn 1 and 2. 3 and 4 might feel a little more comfortable. And, the final lap will be okay-ish. But we're going to see how the 28, the 45, and the rest of the field tackle this start here. Who's going to have tires spin? Who's going to take advantage here? Green flag is out. The 28-45 get that great jump they've had. I think Blake Howell did not have a great start. Checks up the inside lane. The number 1 of Michael Sheffield's going to pass the 26 at least. Oh, we got a wreck here. 38 James Catrone with the 48 as well. Impact into the outside wall. It's going to bring out the second natural caution here. Cautions breed cautions. And we're going to stack them up one more time.
now, big question is, who will come into pit? Do you take that advantage? Do you risk the advantage? Because that's going to be, if these guys wreck again before they get to the white, that should be race over with only, 2 green-white checkers. So who plays the risk game here?
I don't know. I think we would have seen it on the first one. I don't know. We might have one person with regrets not trying to do it the first time around that might come this time, but
Yeah.
I don't know if we see anybody else really. But I've always been wrong. My playbook's always wrong. So we'll find out here shortly.
Yeah, that we will, as we watch the 38 and the replays of his accident there. Let's see, does anybody come down pit road? Leaders stay out. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any takers. We know we don't get anybody, so all right. Everybody's made their bed. Let's see who will come out on top. At 28 and 45, man, they just get such good restarts. It's almost like they're in tandem with that.
Yeah, they really do, though, for sure. Yeah, it's gonna be a similar start. That 48 we saw on the Nerd TV replay, it just I don't know if he was just trying to maximize anything he possibly can on the 38, but next till he made that contact to the left rear and sent them both to the inside there into turn number 1, and then that's all she wrote for that caution. This is it, though. If you cause one more caution, it's it. Next flag wins it. So we've now seen the 28 and the 45 restart multiple times, and every single time, Matt, they have jumped to a quick 2-3 car length advantage. If you're the number 6 and the 34 who's going to be starting right behind them, to be on that pedal just a little bit earlier to try to maintain them here into turn 1.
Yeah, absolutely. But then the 28 can flip it, and he can, play games with these guys. Thinks, try to fake everybody out that he's going early, but then drags it out late into the box. So we'll see what kind of games the 28 will play, or if he plays any at all. Yeah, got to keep everybody guessing, because if you keep going at the same time, everybody might start figuring out your game plan there.
And that could very well be true. We've seen it before where you do play that game. I also know that, or at least I'm pretty positive, I've seen it before. The outside car can technically get the lead at the line and carry the momentum without penalty. As we see, the 48 is tagged for that wreck, so he's going to be sent to the end of the longest line for that incident there. Basically, at the end of the regular race. And I don't know if the 45 gets in a jump on the 28 while the 20 is trying to play cat mouse with row two. That might set up the 28 for a failure and the 45 for success here on this final restart.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of games everybody wants to play here. You know, if the 28, jumps it really early, the 45, he might miss out, get everybody else behind him, or he could, nail the jump and try to beat his teammate into turn one. So we'll see what kind of games are played here. Let's see what the strategy is, and if we can actually get to the white flag.
Yeah, that'd be another question. We saw how quickly that first one came out there on the first green white checkered attempt. So looks like the 28's going to go to the top this time, 45 to the bottom. A little change up here. And there's no choose lane, so everybody else is going to file in odd numbers to the bottom, even numbers to the top. And they're going to get situated there 2x2. Pace car lights are out. 1 lap to go before we're going to go green for the final time. And this JS Excel Construction 200 here at Kansas. And my pick is on that 28 securing this thing. Just there's no one in contention really, but I don't
Well,
know. There might be 1 or 2 movers here in mid pack. I just don't know who it's going to be.
Well, we haven't seen the 28 restart on the outside yet today, so does the 45 get a good jump with him? Does he spin his tires? We're about to find out here once they get back around onto the front stretch. Yeah. With the 28 being on the outside, we haven't seen that yet.
We have not. They got to conserve that throttle one more time. Remember, they're on old tires now, and now they're extra cooled off with these extra pace laps. A little check up here on the top lane for no reason. 28 Ryan Bean. Was he just in the wall? That was kind of curious. I don't know if he's trying to set a handicap score for him like he's playing golf out here. But either way, here we
He's
go.
probably trying to cool them tires.
Trying to run that wall grip lane where there's nothing up there, but there it is. Jumps the field. The 45 did not go. So here comes the 34, Nolan Potter, another one of their teammates, going to try to pass Nathan Campbell here into turn number 1. Gets the nose advantage, but the center of the corner belongs to the 45. Single file. 6 going to look to the inside of Nolan.
Yeah, there's a hornet's nest behind them. Everybody makes it through the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4. Oh, big contact from the 82 and the 4s. They come off of turn number 4. Will get the white flag. 1 lap to go. Can everybody make it back? That's going to be the big question as the 28 will set sail.
26 into the wall. That's Blake Howell. He's going to lose 1 spot to Alexander Hodge here. Single file the rest of the way. Makes a
big
cut
wreck
on
in
the
the
bottom.
back.
Here we go. Alexander Little sent to the outside retaining wall. No caution is out. We're going to stay green all the way. Stan Carneth in the 82. Another one involved. And here comes the 28 picking up the checkered flag for the 6th time this season. Congratulations to Ryan Bean. Last 405 belong to you, with your teammates in tow, 2nd and 3rd place. So teammate Stealth Motorsports going to collect all 3 podium spots there. But last minute concerns there from the 68 and the 82, and I think a couple more involved in that one.
Yeah, that was there was a whole host of automobiles that just could not coexist, and everybody fanned out. Unfortunately, it looked like the 68. Yeah, 68 just got turned there by, I think that was the 21 machine.
Yeah,
And
you're
then
correct.
everybody just kind of piled in. The 82, he was very unlucky to be right behind that one. The 92, the NOS Energy drink car, he got around it. But
This actually kind of all started in turn one. The number 4 on the outside of the 21, receiving Rasic there, checks him up. He goes slow, but Stan Carnathan, I think this is the car who kind of inadvertently set it off. He came up with a great amount of speed to the right rear of the 21. Once Stan Carnathan's bumper got to him, it looks like he takes all the air off the back of Steven Rasic, and that's when the car wiggled a little bit, sent him down the track, and that's when he right reared the 68 across the field here. As we're going to go a little VHS rewind. We're going to see the checkup, and here's the 82 on the upper half on the right-hand side of your screen. He's going to get really close.
ooh, yeah,
Then the 21 at the same token comes down the track a little looser. I think he just took the air off the right rear.
yeah, the 21 got loose. The 82 got tight because he was on the outside, and 21 came down, made contact with the 68, and everybody else scrambled to avoid everybody. But the 82 and the 68 were definitely the big losers in that battle, unfortunately.
And that could have been a lot heavier wreck there for sure. But we're going to go over the unofficial results here. Ryan Beans already celebrated and whatnot. As Rex, we're going to continue to go through the Nerd TV replay stat here. We're going to go on board with Tony Ludi. One final angle here. There's the hook to the 68. Right across the 82, 21. Of course, nowhere to go at this point. Just look how close, slight bumper or door-to-door contact, if anything, between the 8 and the 21. Now looking at what was left of that wreck, and that almost took out the 99 as well of Kevin Ruff. They went 4 wide as the wreck happened right in front of those guys there. But here's the unofficial results tonight. Ryan Bean's going to bring it home. P1, Nathan Campbell, second place. Nolan Potter, third. Alexander Hodgin, the number 11, is going to finish fourth. Fifth place, Rusty Modesty. Sixth, Michael Sheffield. Seventh, Blake Howell. Eighth, Adam Boughton. Ninth place, Matt Hayden. In 10th place is number 4, Brock Potter.
11th place, you get Kevin Ruff. 12th, Justin Hendry. 13th, Tony Ludi. 14th is Kevin Zabadil. 15th, Stan, what was that? Carnathan. 16th, James Catrone. 17th is Stephen Rasic. 18th, Jerry Culver. 19th, Andrew Little. And 20th is Robert Fitzpatrick Sr.
21st, Clint Moda. 22nd, Mark Thibodeau. 23rd, James Fitzmaurice. 24th place, Harold Watkins. 25th, Richard Gonzalez. 26th, Steve Potter and Brian Fine, who unfortunately did not get to make tonight's starting grid, is going to finish last place. And 27th, we're going to quickly jump to a full screen commercial break for just a couple messages, and we'll be onward with the Martin Sports Post Race Show. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Nerd TV for the Martin Sports Post Race Show. I think we got our top 3 in lineup, all Stealth Motorsports drivers, and first person to bring in is going to be that number 34 of Nolan Potter. Mr. Nolan, you got a copy? Nolan, this is Jeremy in the Nerd TV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I have a copy. Got you.
There we There we go, man. Hey, man, congratulations. That Yelp Toyota Camry was pretty fast overall. Late in the going, you found a way to pick up some extra spots. Wasn't sure if you're going to make podium there, but you made it happen. What did it take for you to get to third place tonight?
Honestly, that caution, if it goes green there, Rusty was really fast and able to. He was gonna able to be outrun me a little bit. But I was able on that restart get to his outside and on restarts and just keep momentum. The high side was where to be. So.
And how was that race for you tonight overall? Like, it was pretty crazy midway through the race. A lot of 2 and 3 wide I was seeing. What from your eyes did it look like it was a pretty good clean race where you're running on track?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few like doors every once in a while going through the tri-oval and stuff. People not expecting to go up as high or down as low. So, but no, we ran really well together tonight. Um, the bottom burned off tires a lot more than I thought it was going to. I felt like I was pushing really hard with the right front, and I felt like the high line even saved a little bit more on that last run there. So, pretty interesting. Kind of backward from what I thought the track was going to do early on, so had to adjust.
Yeah, man, we did a great job doing so, and just congratulations one more time to find the podium spot P3 tonight. Final thoughts before we let you go this evening.
Uh, Sorry to Harold Watkins. I mean, his computer somehow took a dump on him there, and I think he would have been right up there with us racing. But good run to Rusty and the rest of the RSR crew there. So,
Absolutely, man. Congrats once more, and we're going to catch you next Tuesday at Bristol.
all right, catch you later.
Yes, sir. And that was number 34, driver of the Yelp Toyota Camry, Mr. Nolan Potter. Now it's time to bring in second place finisher, number 45, Nathan Campbell. Nathan, congratulations on P2.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you.
Hey, man, it's going pretty good at the moment. Our interviews are going to be black screen here on the stream here, so apologize for that. But man, you and Ryan Bean, just the class of the field here tonight. Huge lead at moments in this race. When that final caution came out there, what was going on in your mind? Do you think you had anything for Ryan Bean at that point, or do you just kind of settled in for P2?
I mean, no, honestly, I was kind of settled in for P2. He pretty much ran away and kind of proved his dominance there. After that second stage or after the start of the stage breaks there. So I don't know. It was just frustrating, obviously. Just I felt really good at the end of stage one, and then just for him to just start walking away there in the final stage was just frustrating. But what are you gonna do? He's definitely fast every single week, and I think I kind of went away with my strategy, which was kind of splitting the lap, going high in 1 and 2, and then going back low 3 and 4. That kind of seemed to slinky me back and forth to him. And I just kind of went away from that and kind of committed to the top to try to make a pass, and it just burned my stuff up. So definitely frustrating, but no, honestly, the caution didn't really concern me too much. I just felt like we were the class of the field, the kind of like you guys said tonight, and just kind of figured that was how it's going to end. It's kind of boring when you don't have too many cautions in it, though. I got to admit.
It makes the night go a little bit faster, I would say, but at the same token, yeah, when you're, got 7 seconds between you and the leader, then a few seconds
Yeah,
behind you, I could see that at moments where it kind of keep it hard to stay awake, so to speak. There,
for sure.
um,
Yeah.
but the stage two though, or go back to stage one rather. The 28 just jumped out huge lead early on, 4 laps. He had a second and a half on you guys. But I figured he was going to burn his stuff up, and he did. He reeled back into you. You had a great chance. Got the stage two. The 28 did not leave you for like the first 10 or 15 laps, stayed in within a half a second. Was that you picking up the pace a little bit, or was that the 28
I
kind of lagging back a little?
No, I think I was just starting to apply a little bit more pressure, just taking the top every single lap, and it just obviously he's just able to stay in front of me and kind of give me some dirty air. And Bean's an awesome driver, so I give him all the credit on that. I mean, I was definitely just trying as hard as I could there to get around him and hopefully try to lead a lap. But yeah, no, that's all on him, 100%, man. He's awesome.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, man. Well, congrats on P2 for the Mizuno Toyota Camry there. And floor is yours. Final thoughts before we let you go this evening.
Yeah, just got to thank everyone for tuning in. If anyone's still watching, family, friends, everybody. So I really appreciate it, and that's really all I got. So thank you
All right,
guys.
man.
Appreciate you guys as well.
Yeah, you're very welcome, and go get him at Bristol next week.
Yes, it should be fun. A little bit more entertainment there next week, hopefully. So
I'm looking forward to it as well, man. Well, have a good night, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
thanks, you too.
And that was the number 45, Nathan Campbell. And once again, apologize for having a black screen here to finish off this broadcast. But we're going to bring in our race winner, the number 28, Ryan Bean. As soon as I get him pulled in here. There we are, Mr. Ryan Bean. Congratulations on the 6th victory of 2023B.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
That car was an absolute rocket ship. I guess we'll take it back to stage one. You had a crazy start there. I think 4 or 5 laps. You had a second and a half advantage, just cleaning the field. But then I figured the stuff would burn off, and it did. You kind of fell back a little bit. Stage 2, though, did you lag back a little bit, or was this the field a little more in line with your speed there?
Yeah, I definitely the first stage I burned him off a little more than I wanted to, and I got a good jump on the initial start, so I figured let's try to make a gap. Kind of like I almost sort of did that last week, because draft is pretty important here, so I kind of wanted to break the draft, but at some point I kind of realized that they're keeping up, so I just went to the bottom, tried saving. And I had enough to save from Blake, and then Nate was coming. I think a couple more laps, Nate would have had it, but he hit the wall at some point. And then yeah, I learned from my mistakes in the second stage, and I was able to save tires and run away.
Yeah, that you definitely did there. And so I guess I'll just turn the focus to Bristol next week. I've not seen you there on the short tracks much. So how are you looking forward to Bristol next week?
Bristol's always fun, especially in our league, because it's hard to get away from anybody. So there's gonna be contact, there's gonna be hearts broken, and it's fun to race. It's always a fun show, and I think it's gonna be fun. I'm not particularly good at Bristol, as I am other short tracks, I feel, but I don't know. I'm feeling really good right now, so hopefully we can just keep riding this good wave of momentum.
There you go, man. Good luck next week and throughout the playoffs. But final thoughts before we let you go this evening.
Yeah, as always, got to thank the team. With top 3, Harold blinked out unfortunately, but he had a good run. Brock top 10 as well. I got to thank Ludi and Sheffield. We put on a good race today, at least from my point of view. Always, when you win, it's always the best. But yeah, thanks to you guys up in the booth, and yeah, Bristol's gonna break some hearts maybe next week.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. That's going to be a pretty exciting one. You guys always have been producing great races since we started calling you guys at Atlanta. But yeah, congrats once more, and we will catch you next week.
All right, guys, have a good one.
You too. That was number 28, Ryan Bean, and his Mobile One Toyota Camry. And that's it. Matt, appreciate you joining us here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for letting me come in and fill in.
Yeah, it was a great time for sure. Hopefully, we learned a little bit about Kansas. I know you came into this thing not liking this track, and hopefully, you have a little bit more of a spot in your heart for this place, as it produced great racing across the entire 143 laps at this place. And we're going to bring this thing to a close. I know we got a black screen here, so I'm just going to make a quick shout out to our partners one last time before we close it up this evening. Thank you to all of our partners that allow us to do this for you guys Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. For this Tuesday especially, first and foremost, the league with the RSR Next Generation Cup Series from the ERL Racing League. And then Best One Tire, appreciate you for being the series sponsor every single Tuesday night. Admin Box, if you guys don't have one by now, need to pick one up if you're an admin who likes extra race commands at the fingertips. Martin Sports, I already shouted them out, but they have some of the best apparel for the sim racing world and other sports like softball and whatnot. So that's at martinsports.gg. And you got iRacing iFlag. You visit them at iRacingIFlag.com. It's a one-of-a-kind 3D printed unit. Definitely completes your sim rig. We got the butt kicker, the ultimate feel from the race car. Gives you all the bumps and feels from the track into your seat, and you can find them at buttkicker.com. Team Watson Racing Setups, some of the best open setups you're going to find, period, on the market. and you're going to visit them at teamwatsonracing.com. Of course, Dusty Pete's our newest sponsor, hobby shop with a whole lot more. Some of the coolest stuff you're going to find from the New York area, and that's at dustypete's.com. And lastly, Roasted Gems Coffee. Start your day the right way with coffee from roastedgems.com. And then also Blake Howell Designs. I think I've been shouting it out wrong. I think it's BHR